Hello guys, it's Ethan Bebo. I'm about the Slender Man story. I'm about to tell you it. We're next to the woods. We'll maybe cut it and go into the wood just to explain it. But yeah. So the story starts with these two boys, Billy and Jim. They're walking down, trying to find their cat because their cat ran away, and they're in the deep, foggy forest at night, like 10 p.m. While they're walking, they hear a ruffle. And they heard a rumor about if you hear a ruffle in the dark night in a forest, if it's foggy, full moon, it's full moon too. If it's full moon, a white, slender body guy with no face, tentacles coming out of his back, will come at you and sometimes will turn the enemy, sometimes turns the hostiles he finds into like his little minions that walk near him and just scare people, or he either grabs his tentacles and strangles them to death, basically squeezing out their intestines. So they're walking down, they heard the rumors about it, and then they hear the ruffle. Jim is like, yo dude, I just saw a white hand just get on that tree and it looked like a slender body. Now, the rumor name was Slender Man. Slender Man found. Slender Man is the slender guy, white, no face, tentacles coming out of his back, likes to strangle his enemies with his tentacles that come out of his back. There's 4. So they're walking through, they see a white hand, and he's just like, dude, I think I just saw a white hand just grasp that tree. And all of a sudden they hear an owl, and it scares them half to death. They're just like, when they hear the owl, for some reason, when they look at the owl, it's full white. The leaves are white, and they're not even in the wintertime. And you can't even see its face. It's just plain white face. They move along. Oh yeah, and this kind of might be scary, and one of them dies. So while they're walking, Billy and Jim and stuff, they're walking down. They're trying to find their cat. They see their cat. The cat jumps at them. It's nice, but then they realize that the cat's fur is white and it used to be brown. They look at its face. It doesn't have a face. No nose, no nothing. It's just a white face, just like Slender Man. While they see him, they're scared half to death. They're like, oh crap, that's our cat infected by Slender Man. They don't know. They don't know if Slender Man's real, but they think that Slender Man's in the forest because they heard rumors about in the same forest, the water green forest. I made that up right now. I'm joking. That's part of the movie. So while they're walking through, they see a white hand, their cat, and their cat for some reason grows tentacles out of its back and stabs it through Billy's foot, and Billy's just yelling. So they take the tentacle out of his foot and start running out of the forest, but they got really far in it. But then all of a sudden they're running across a big tree. They both split up. So here's the tree. They both do this around the tree. But then one of them doesn't come out the other side. He looks back and sees Slender Man throwing him on the ground and throws Billy at a tree, and that kills him. Now, Billy has been brutally murdered. So Jim just keeps running and running. His cat jumps on him, and the only thing he could do is kill the cat. So he takes a stick and stabs it straight through the cat. The cat's not dead yet. It's still alive, but it's just sitting there. Slender Man, for some reason, picks it up by its tentacle and then takes the tentacle out, and it's all healed. So it starts running at him again. He takes the cat and just stabs another sharp stick through its neck and then throws it into a tree. And then finally he throws it really high up in the tree, and when it's up in the tree, it falls down, killing it. The cat's dead. Now Slender Man can't revive it. So while he's running, he sees Billy pop out with a stick and stab it through his foot. He takes out the stick and stabs into Billy's leg. Billy apparently is now infected. So Billy is running after Jim. Jim makes it out of the forest. But then, he runs to a flipped over. It's like foggy out. He runs over to a flipped over picnic table. He doesn't know why it's flipped over. Yesterday it was not flipped over. So he hides behind it. Slender Man walks over to it. He goes in front of Jim, turns around, sees Jim, and then while Jim is still under the thing, he pushes the picnic table over, crushing Slender Man's leg, basically. It crushes his leg, but Slender Man grabs him by the leg, squeezes his leg so hard, his foot basically gets popped off. So Slender Man broke the bone in his foot. So he's running with a limp. He's running through a dirt baseball diamond, and all of a sudden, Billy just comes out of the ground. No, a white hand just comes out of the ground, pulls him under into the dirt, and when he's about to suffocate inside like the gravel, his friend I forgot his name. His friend Julia comes to pick him up. He's just like, okay, thank you. And she's like, why are you running? And he's like, look. And then Julia looks behind them. She sees a infected cat and an infected Billy hand coming out of the ground, an infected Billy with a cut off foot, and a Slender Man running at them. So the Slender Man is just like, I'm gonna come kill you, but he can't talk, so he's just chasing them. All of a sudden, they start recording it to send it to like the police and stuff and call them. So when they record it, their camera cuts out, and then then the phone is laying on the ground, and you can't really see anything because all you can see is the recording from the phone. And the recording from the phone shows Julie getting slammed into the ground so hard that basically breaks her spine immediately. Now Jim keeps running. He's gotten like 50 feet away from Slender Man, but then Slender Man finds him, uses one of his long tentacles to grab Billy and throws him into a tree. He survives somehow. I don't know how. Jim survives the throw to the tree, but he broke his other foot, so now he's somehow running. I don't know how he's still alive, but he's running. And then and we're coming up on the end of the story. All of a sudden the police come, and they're like, why do I hear screaming and stuff? Because the police, he's not that far away. His house is like right there. The police station's right there. And then they see Slender Man. So Jim runs the other way of the police car, and all of the Slender infected people run to the police car. Slender Man, so basically the police's colleague is in the car, like aiming a gun to shoot if Slender Man does anything. The other one's out of the car. But then a tentacle comes out of Slender Man's back to like all of his do. One of them grabs the policeman out of the car so hard and basically just crushes his stomach, and stabs the tentacle through the other, so the other policeman is sitting in the front, and Slender Man stabs the tentacle through the window into the other policeman's head. So they're both dead and now infected. Now they dropped their gun, and Slender Man explodes the car, basically killing everything. It kills one of the policemen, but the other one's alive. But in the explosion, one of their guns was sent all the way over there, and one of their things to call backup. So Jim uses it to call backup. He calls backup and uses the gun. He shoots Slender Man in the head, doing absolutely nothing, and shoots the police colleague in the face, immediately killing the colleague. Now basically it's only Billy and Slender Man. Then Billy shot in the leg and then shot in the head to be finished off. Then when Jim found his weak point. His weak point's basically the neck, kinda. Or no, it's the tentacles. If you shoot the tentacles, he can't use them anymore. And then he kind of reveal the weak point on going super rage mode. So he as soon as he's about to shoot the tentacle and finish this, shoot the heart to the tentacle, he pulls the trigger and nothing happens. He realizes he's out of ammo. He wasted all his ammo killing Billy and the policeman. He realized that he used 3 rounds for each guy, so he used 6 rounds in all. He only had 6 rounds. So he's scared out of his mind right now. He's sprinting as fast as he can. If you've ever seen those poles in the ground, those things that are saying vote for Trump, he picks up one of those, and apparently for some reason it's a sharper stick, probably because they wanted to stab it in the ground harder. So then, when he runs around a corner, he finds Slenderman already there, slamming a civilian into the ground, basically killing him, turning the civilian into a slender infected. So I'll just call him the white man. It's not racist. So basically they're running around, and the civilian is now infected and is sprinting, like running faster than Usain Bolt, 10 times faster. While he's running at him, Jim turns around and stabs the sharp stick through the thing's neck, immediately killing it. But then Slenderman comes at him. He finds out that another police car was there. Slenderman immediately killed the police car in like a few seconds. So he takes the extra 2 guns, and they also had an AR for some reason. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure they stole it from a robber, taking it back to the station, because they were driving towards the station. They were like around the corner there, and then he just got hit. There were 4 policemen this time. One of the policemen they all shot the tentacles, revealing the heart. But then he went super rage mode and basically just used his arms into tentacles and basically crushed the cop car, destroying everyone. Jim took the AR. He didn't know how to use it. He turned off safety, and he shot Slenderman in the heart 5 times. Now Slenderman is dead now. But before he dies, every single person he's killed, like the policemen, all of those that have got infected, came out of his body, and now he has to fight them for the final boss, basically. Like, not final boss, but like final fight before Slenderman's fully dead and can't revive anyone. So Billy's running. He kills every single one except one, which is the policeman. The policeman has a gun connected to his hand, so he shoots at Billy. Billy got shot in the foot where his foot is broken, hitting his bone. So Billy's foot, when he's running really fast, his foot falls off because the weak point was hit. So he runs out of ammo in his AR, so he can't really do anything. He realizes that he had a pistol. He takes the last bullet. He finds a bullet on the ground that was from the explosion in the cop car earlier. He takes it. He puts it in his pistol and shoots the last cop in the head, killing it. He runs home. He tells his parents about them. They call the FBI and stuff, like an investigating team. And they realize that Slenderman was a soldier that got poisoned and was turned into a killish demon. That is it. So yeah, if you guys like my story, please consider subscribing. I love doing it. It was a good story, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.